Local support for News 6 has been provided by the Northwest Ohio Educational Technology Foundation, Bowling Green State University, and the members of WBGU TV.
Hi! We're the 6th grade class of Continental High School, home of the Pirates. Welcome to News 6.
Hi, I'm Joey Brenneman from Continental High School. Welcome to News 6 with today's first story. Here's Nicholas Oakley.
For our first story, today's News 6 spoke with Randy Coble about his job as a mail carrier. Here's Carrie Coble with the story.
Thanks, Nicholas. I am Carrie Coble, and I am here with my father, Randy Coble, who is a Lipsick mail carrier for the post office. I understand that you are not a mail carrier for all of your life. What did you do before you were a mail carrier?
Before I became a letter carrier here at Lipsick, I worked for the Norfolk and Western Railway Company at Continental, Ohio. I was a signal maintainer. I worked on electrical equipment there for them.
How did you become a letter carrier?
In 1980, I was in a very serious accident and resulted in the loss of my right hand, and I was not able to remain working for the railway company.
What do you like most about being a letter carrier?
I'd say just meeting the people. I think I enjoy that the most, meeting the people.
Can you show us what your job is like here?
I have a little instrument here that I built, or tool you say, that helps me hold the mail as I case, and I just don it on every morning. And I usually have several trays of mail here ready to go, and I just use this, and I just lay my mail in, and I start casing.
What is it like to be a letter carrier for the U.S. Postal System?
It's really opened up my eyes to how the mail is moved and processed and moved along, and I enjoy it very much.
Do you have any advice for others who are in a similar situation?
Just don't give up. Have a positive attitude toward things, and it'll work out for you.
Thanks, Dad. We really had fun having you telling us what a mail carrier does. Stay away from those dogs.
Well, thank you, Carrie. I really enjoyed myself today.
Back to the studio!
Today's News 6 is produced by the 6th grade class of Continental High School. Continental is located 13 miles south of Defiance, Ohio in Putnam County and has a population of about 1,203.
For our next story, we visited Durant Enterprises, which is a business that furnishes rides and refreshments for carnivals. Here's Danae Clark with the story.
Thanks, Angie. Hi, I'm Danae Clark. I am interviewing Ray Prowant, who is president of Durant Enterprises. Mr. Prowant, how did you get started in this business?
It goes back, the outdoor amusement business in this family, in the Myers family, started 60 years ago. And in 1966, we started buying the amusement rides, and we just kept adding to them ever since.
When is the busiest season?
Well, the busy season usually starts about the 1st of June and runs to, well, we run this year until the 4th of July up in that area, and then we closed at Halloween time at the parade in Defiance.
Ray, why do people still go to carnivals?
Some people just never get away from them. They enjoy the amusement rides.
What kind of rides do people like best, Ray?
It all depends a lot on age groups. We have a couple rides, and I'm sure some of the young folks here today have ridden them. They refer to them as puke machines. Different ages respond to different rides. Smaller ones like the bouncing pillows, the giraffes, etc. So every age bracket has a popular ride. Even the adults enjoy our merry-go-round.
Ray, how many rides do you have?
24 really altogether, amusement devices.
Is safety a concern?
All amusement devices have to be licensed by the state of Ohio. They have to be inspected by the state of Ohio. and they have to be inspected under operating conditions.
How does your family help in the business?
My wife, our son and his wife and their new son, we all work together. We all do everything. Each one does what they have to do. And sometimes each one of us goes a different direction, but we all get the job done.
Thank you, Ray, for your time and effort in putting up the rides and the caramel corn and the cotton candy. And thank you to his family for helping.
And thank you for coming over today. We enjoyed having you, and we look forward to seeing you next summer.
Back to the studio.
Have you ever wondered what it would be like to be someone else? Today's Kids View question asks the 6th graders at Continental High who would they be if they could be anyone in the world.
Hi, my name is Jacob Griffith, and today's Kids View question is, if you could be anybody in the world, who would you be and why?
If I could be anyone in the world and why, I would be Julia Roberts because she's pretty, smart, and rich.
If I could be anybody in the world and why, I'd be Michael Jordan because he is a good basketball player.
If I could be anybody in the world and why, I'd be myself because I like being myself.
The Continental News Review is a unique paper that still uses antique printing machines to print advertising. With our last story today, here's Betsy Litton.
Thanks, Krista. Hi, I'm Betsy Litton, and I'm here today with Niall Statler, the owner of Continental News Review. How long have you owned this company?
I've owned it since 1968, but I started working here long before then, 1941.
Now, can you tell us why you chose this profession?
When I graduated from high school, I didn't know what I wanted to do. And I knew the job was open here, and I walked in the front door, and I said, boy, this is it. Something told me that this is what I wanted to do.
What does this machine do?
This is a typesetting machine with hot metal. And we used to print the newspaper on it all the time. The letters are on the back of these mattresses. You hit these keys, and they assemble in a line. You send it over, and the metal back there is 530 degrees. And it's forced in behind this, and it solidifies. And these mattresses go back up, and they drop back in these magazines. There's 90 different channels that they can drop in, and your line drops out here. And this is what you print off of. This is type.
How old is this machinery?
Most of it was purchased in 1929 through 1940, 41.
How much has this kind of machinery changed over the years that you've been here?
When I first started, I thought this would last a lifetime, but most of it's obsolete right now. It's been replaced with computers and things like that.
What do you print besides newspapers?
Our specialty is posters, window posters, and outside advertising.
Well, I guess this area of the news is a lot different from on television.
Yes, it's quite a bit of difference.
Well, Niall, thanks for having us. Back to the studio.
Thank you for joining us today. Tune in next week when Crogan Elementary visits News 6. Have a great day.
Local support for News 6 has been provided by the Northwest Ohio Educational Technology Foundation, Bowling Green State University, and the members of WBGU-TV.